entertainment commentary. Entertainment commentary. I don't know if I should emphasize that more. That Nkamburi Chigogo is my name. Let's get started. So, let me tell you, actually, I hope that once we get into next week, the Samido and Karen drama will be officially over. So this is like wiki tunafunga na tunamaliza hii story. Like this is how we wind this up. So first of all, you see, Karen's stuff was on private. I think this was when everything was heated, and she decided, let me just put my account on private because warani chamba sana. So now the account is back on, like, it's like kama chocha city council, kama it's public, so anybody can stalk, anybody can see, anybody can pop in, pop out, do whatever it is you gotta do. So Karen decides, let me issue some advice to some of my women out here on how to treat a man. Like, listen, you're not following, this is how men need to be treated. And she tells us that with men, it's always an ego game, okay? So, you cannot let your man look like the weakling. You cannot allow your man to be put to shame when you are the one who is supposed to hold his ego down. So when even when and even if you know that, bro, you're not shit, don't show him that. Don't tell him that. Let him feel special. Let him feel proper. Let him feel like he has the upper hand and he's winning. Even when at the back of your mind, bro, you're not winning-ish. You're not winning shit. So, when I read this, I was like, oh my God, Karen, what are you trying to insinuate? As in, piecing 2 and 3 together, I think it's a tidbit too early for you to be writing such things. You're really not trying to hint these things out to anybody in particular. It's just like you're just giving out innocent advice, because they need this advice. But then at the back of our minds, those of us who have been following this story closely, it almost feels like you're just saying that, I felt sorry for Samido and I wanted him to feel like the bigger man in the picture. I don't know, it's just an ego thing. Like I felt like I have to bembeleza him. I felt like I have to be the one who is taking the shots and the jabs. And to be really honest with you, Samido knows that I did all that just to make his ego, just to flatter his ego and to flatter his common sense, if he has any, and to flatter his manhood, if it's anything to go by, because that is what a diligent woman does. So now let me tell you, when she wrote all of that, I was like, wow. Do there could be like something bigger at play here that we totally missed. Because it's like at the end of the day, whether you guys, regardless of what you guys say or how you guys decide to come at me, or even if you guys decide to, brand me all these names, Samido and I sat and we discussed. And when he came home, I still gave him a token of appreciation. I still gave him a cookie because, he's the father of my son, and the bond is there forever. And by I apologizing, I already put myself out there to the world, and whoever took that apology took it, and whoever did not take the apology, they didn't take it. But bottom line is, guys, I did what had to be done as a woman to protect the ego of my man. I did what I had to do to make my man feel special. So if none of you gets what I did, just for his sake, and even he understands that whatever I did showed a whole lot of sacrifice, and it just meant that I am the ride or die type of woman. because I would have easily thrown him under the bus, but I didn't. I took one for the team, and for that, Samido, of course, was or is very appreciative because I downplayed myself and I made him look like the bigger man. At this point, I'm just like, what's not happening? Please, what's not happening? Aren't you the same? Listen, Kermit the Frog. Like, aren't you the same person who said that you are apologizing to Samido's wife? These guys, they're not getting rid of Karen Nyamu anytime soon. Long story short, like, this woman is a woman she's there to stay. As in, at this point, listen, Edith, at this point, just make yourself comfortable, because by the look of things, Samido is not about to leave Karen and he's not about to leave you. And Karen knows that. And the only way a threat works, on a woman, is if she herself is tired of all that back and forth, tired of you kupigana nini. The woman will bow down and say, okay, fine, you know what, I have tapped out, na nimejiuzulu. But if she's not ready to go, utamwendea hata kwa uganga, yaani utamfanyia kila uchawi, ama utafanya hata mtaongea ama ufanye nini, but this hand is not going anywhere. She's here to stay. And I suspect if we are to check on her like a couple of months down the line, because of course this story is going to fizzle, itaisha, manake story ndo waziko hivyo na kuja zinaenda. History kiisha, watu wataisahau, but ikifuatiliwa tena vizuri, itasemekana bado watu wawili wako pamoja. So it's like 3 people, sister wife, and the husband, the baby daddy, and the man whose ego is being pampered.